comes to relationships, they say it's give and take, right? But sometimes the bad and the annoying give a little more and become really taxing on a couple. So we recently came across an article that talked about the 6 biggest marriage mistakes to avoid. So we asked our expert, Jennifer Styers, to join us and talk about these so-called mistakes. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. And this is true. You know, you take the good with the bad, but there are things that you can do correctly and things that you do incorrectly when you're in a relationship.
Absolutely. And I think first to know that we'll always do incorrect things. Nobody's ever going to be perfect in a relationship, and that's really important, I think, to just kind of throw out there from the beginning. Nobody's ever going to be perfect.
It's like an 80-20 rule. You know, if you can live with 80% of somebody is good and 20% is the 20% you can live with,
right?
I think that's the deciding factor. If it's 20% that you can't live with, then get rid of them.
Absolutely. Well, I actually like that rule. And I also think that we need to understand that relationships are work. You know, they're not that easy. And so there are certain things we can do to help assist us in nurturing that relationship. One of those is always communicating, keeping the lines of communication open, because things will go bad from time to time. And so if the lines of communication are open, we're able to come and talk to our partner and acknowledge when something's wrong and be able to open it up and talk about it. So that our partner should be our best friend.
Right.
And people forget that, you know, and we let that go sometimes with kids and things like that.
And not to get bogged down with the details, too.
Right, right. Yeah, the details of life, women especially do that just because it helps release oxytocin, which helps them reduce stress. So that
explains it.
It explains it. So women do stuff to relieve stress, and it stresses men out. Men don't like to do anything to relieve stress, so we're complete opposite. So that's why men come home and sit on the sofa at the end of the day, and women are, you know, task-oriented, getting things done, because both of those are stress reducers.
Okay, and one of the mistakes that we make is putting the kids first.
That's huge. I mean, it should be number one on there, right? So the marriage is first. The relationship is first, right? That kids depend on the relationship. They need a strong bond. That's what they have to grow up with. That's the kind of relationship they're going to have. So we have to make sure that we're mentoring that and modeling that. What does that look like?
And even in like a second marriage or third marriage where you're bringing stepchildren in and things like that, where you feel the obligation to spend even more time with the kids, it's still important to nurture that relationship so that
balance.
You can place an example for them.
It's always balance. Yeah, and kids need to see the loving relationship, and partners need to see that love and feel that love. So nurturing the relationship, always keeping the lines of communication open.
And not dreaming enough. They say we make that, then that's a mistake, that we don't dream together enough.
Well, we stop because there's all the goals and everything that you talk about before you get married. We're going to do this, we're going to live here, we're going to have this many kids, and then you get caught up in the stuff of the relationship, and then you forget to take the relationship to the next place. Well, where are we going? You know, what's next? Vacations. What happens when the kids are gone, right? So we got to dream and plan together so we have something to look forward to.
It's
important. So the relationship moves forward.
And wouldn't you say it also keeps us both on the same on the same road? You know, we're going on that road together, instead of, if you stop dreaming together, you stop planning together, then one goes this way and the other one goes this way.
Right, right. And our lives do that anyway. You know, our lives do this anyway. So it's a constant struggle to always have to bring our lives back together. That's keeping the lines of communication open, talking to one another, being present with one another, asking each other about their day and the important things, and men especially, and women too. But you know, we need to nurture that relationship, give praise, give gratitude, you know, show appreciation for your partner.
One of the other mistakes it says we make is being Mrs. Fix-It. We want to fix everything.
Well, it goes back to how women release stress hormones. So we fix things and it makes us feel better, and that makes our spouses more stressed out. So we just have to understand that if we need to fix things, you know, to go ahead and do the things that we need to do, but when our partner's in front of us, to make sure we also enlist the help of our partner. you know, and especially women with their husbands, they want to do things for us. Let them help us.
Yeah.
Right? We think we can be super women and do everything.
Yes,
but,
we do.
But
We
they want to
think that.
help. They want to help.
Well, these are great tips. The biggest message I got was communication, communication, communication. So important. Jennifer,
Absolutely.
thank you for being here. By the way, you can get in touch with Jennifer for more great advice. Find her website on our website, thebroadcasttv.com. Just click on today's links. And when the broadcast returns, we'll switch gears and we're going to be talking with celebrity mom Brooke Charvet about savvy suggestions that will make your summer vacation great for the whole crew. Buckle up. It's going to be a fun ride. We're back in a moment.